everyone.
I don't even have YouTube pulled up. Usually I do. I don't want to pull it
Yeah,
up.
I always have them together. I can type, now I'm logged in like this, I can type comments from here, but I don't think it brings up my cute little logo if I do that. I wonder what it does bring me up as, because StreamYard now has this new thing called Teams, so I am legitimately logged in now as myself.
Ooh,
So,
that's fancy.
fancy. Yeah.
Did you end up doing a sprint on Tuesday or did you skip it?
No, we skipped it. Oh, no, it still says I'm Z. Interesting.
Darn.
Anyway, yeah, no, we skipped the sprint, so I'm terribly sorry, everyone, for that lost sprint on Tuesday. Z was super busy having the time of her life in Las Vegas, at the 20 books to 50k place, which just looked awesome. Did anyone else just spend the entire week sat in the 20 books to 50k Las Vegas group going, oh, I wish I was there? They had a cake machine. Did you all see the cake machine?
What does a cake machine do?
A vending machine with cake.
Wow, they have everything in Vegas. I know you can get cupcake vending machines. I've seen those.
Sorry, all that the Z Owen comment was actually me just testing whether it came up as me or as Z, so I apologise for any confusion. Z is, I think, not currently here, although she did say she might join. She wasn't sure if she'd be able to.
Isn't it over soon, the conference?
It's finished. Its last day was yesterday.
Okay.
So.
Good morning and afternoon and evening, everyone.
Yeah, yesterday was the book signing. So.
I saw the pictures on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah. It looked awesome. Everything just looked so awesome.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and so many of their presentations are already up on the 20 Books Vegas YouTube channel, and they're free to watch for anyone who wants to. So,
nice.
Yes. So, I'm going to be spending large amounts of time watching those, because I didn't watch them in the Facebook group because they tended to not, they were very quiet, but they seem to have got the balance right better for the YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah. And there's hours and hours, and just the response from everyone was so, like, every talk seemed to have been brilliant and amazing. So go watch them. They are full of knowledge and great stuffs. But not cake. No cake in the YouTube videos.
Sad. You'll have to bring your own cake. BYOC.
What a great plan.
Yeah, just sit down, schedule out some time in your day, sit down and watch them with cake and enjoy.
That sounds like such a plan.
Ugh, it snowed here yesterday.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes.
That's cold. We were just saying today how warm it is here for November.
It's supposed to snow again tomorrow, too, actually. The funny thing is we're actually kind of behind weather-wise. Like, usually it has snowed here already before this time of year. So we're like a week delayed in our snowfall.
Wow. See, I remember us being cold by like this time of year, and it's just not. It was like 11, Celsius. It was 11 degrees Celsius, and apparently it was 9 degrees Celsius at 2 o'clock in the morning the other night, which is very warm for the middle of the night in November.
Yeah. Our wind chill has finally gotten down to below freezing, so be minus in Celsius, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that fun.
No. Snow tires for easy graphics. You're in Canada now, right?
I think so. I want to say in like Ontario.
That's in Canada, right? Just shocking.
Yes, that's a kid.
Excellent.
Good job.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so what are we working on today, people? What's everyone writing?
I'm drafting. I haven't gotten much written this week. Been too up in my own head about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Haven't wanted to write anything this week, which is really unusual for me lately, but I'm going to try drafting today. See what happens.
I haven't written anything. I haven't properly written anything since the 27th of October. I did work on it on the 30th and the 31st, and I did like 200 words on the 2nd of November, and I have not written anything since then at all. So I know how you feel.
Yeah, I got some words in last weekend. I think I got maybe like 6,000 words in last weekend. But I don't know. I hit my like quarter mark, like 25%, and every idea I've ever had just like flew out of my brain.
I'm so sorry. I'm being hammered at because people want to get into my room.
What's everyone else working on today? Let's see. Canada at the moment can't wait to get to -40 Celsius. -40 Celsius, easy productive. No, thank you. Oh, too much shoveling. Yes. I have a friend who lives in Saskatchewan, and she said that they have already had snow. She was shoveling yesterday, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, you're sick today, Morningstar.
Oh,
whoever you are.
Dustin's on her work progress.
I'm so sorry. We've our fridge freezer died last Friday, and so far our insurance company have not accomplished sending us a new one out, although we have had an engineer out. So we're waiting to hear from them. But in the meantime, that is our only freezer, and right in front of me is our only fridge. So
that's frustrating.
Yeah.
But at least you have a spare in the house. That's nice.
Yes, it's honestly, I have no idea what we'd have done without it, because we'd have had to eat an awful lot last weekend, because by the time we noticed something was wrong, everything was defrosted completely.
Yeah, just shove it all into the fridge.
No, we shoveled it into the freezer on the grounds that apparently it doesn't go bad per se, it just goes less delicious and the texture goes funny and stuff, and I can't afford to throw all the food away, so.
Yeah. We had our power go out the other day, like it just randomly blinked off. It was only out for 20 minutes, but it always makes me a little nervous because I have, you think about all the food you have in the fridge and the freezer, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to have to replace all that food.
Yeah.
Several $100s worth of food. Nothing. Sounds terrible.
No, so. Okay. Is everyone ready to start writing? We good for?
As ready as I'll ever be today.
Good for our first sprint and or our first staring at the wall blankly going, come words, come to my mind.
That might be a more accurate description of what it is I'm about to do. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
How'd you do?
I wrote stuff.
Yay! Woo!
I don't know if I will keep it and not delete it, but I wrote like 225 words, so.
Hey, good job. I wrote 547 words of journaling. So I wrote more, but it's definitely not going in my story.
Oh, well, as long as it helps on some level.
It actually did, because it was a bit of a rant at all the authors who were like, just like follow my advice, learn from my mistakes, pick a lane and stick with it from the beginning. And I'm thinking, I mean, that's great, it's good marketing advice, but actually all that stuff that they want you to skip out is a really useful part of your learning journey, like experimenting with different genres, writing down all those not so good words that you get to start with in genres that actually you're probably not gonna stick in forever. So it doesn't matter if those early words aren't so great, because most people aren't going to read those ones because they'll read your later stuff. So, you know.
Yeah. I was going through and like organizing my old manuscripts or whatever last weekend, because what else do you do when you're procrastinating writing new words? You just go look at old stuff, right? So I was going through and reading a lot of my old work. And one, I have this obsession with head hopping that I don't understand now. Like really bad head hopping not just between paragraphs, but between lines. And I was like, this is so jarring and confusing to read. This is why they tell you not to do this. But you can see like little threads of my style woven in even then. And so it's very interesting to go back through and see how my writing has evolved, even on these old manuscripts and even these old ideas that will probably potentially never be published and shared with anybody other than myself and the like 2 friends that I've let read stuff that old. And so it was just very interesting. Yay, Jocelyn and I both wrote stuff. That's so funny. I don't know if that stuff will not be deleted, but I wrote it. I'm having such a difficult time figuring out what it is my heroine needs to, like, what she needs to observe in the scene that moves the plot forward. Like, what does she need to take away from this interaction that she's having?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I know that there's something in there that she needs. I just don't know what it is yet. So I'm having a really hard time figuring out like where in the scene to drop them into. And I've written this scene. Multiple versions of the same topic, chapter, paragraphs. Yes, I meant like I think this is like the 3rd version of this scene. None of them hit right, but sometimes.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll get it. I think. Maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah. You will. Even just remember how much you changed of your first book when you went back through the edit. You wrote like whole new scenes, you changed bits of your plot around. This might just be a bit that just you don't get right until you go back and edit it, and you've already got to the end and you know your characters so well and all the rest, and suddenly you'll be like, oh, that's what will make that scene go perfect.
I don't want that. I don't want to come back and fix it later. I'm also being a huge brat about this draft too. Whatever. Writing is weird and hard.
It is.
That's true. Old stuff can help you write newer current stuff.
Okay.
Reading something I wrote in first person, and I was like, oh yeah. Somehow I also managed to be bad at head hopping in first person. I was like, this should be even easier to not head hop, apparently.
You'd think, but no. because sometimes you're thinking of a thing in that, and then you just want to give it from that person's point of view, and just like we'll just skip over to them and see what they're thinking.
Yeah,
But then I
exactly.
grew up reading a lot of third person omniscient, and that's literally what you do. You know what everyone's thinking because the narrator knows everything.
I don't know if I've ever read like true third person omniscient or not, though.
Oh, really? I've read loads.
I don't think so. Not true omniscient, where it's like a narrator voice, right? Because even when you're in a point of view, right, like when you're in third person point of view, at least for me, I don't write omniscient. I don't like when I'm in the heroine character's point of view, she doesn't know what the hero's thinking.
Oh no, but that's the thing, because third person omniscient, just you're not in the character's point of view, so you're further away from them and
Right,
just
you're a
looking at what
narrator.
every character's doing.
Yeah.
And you're making judgments on that, so you're telling the readers that this is what they're thinking and this is what they're feeling and all the rest of it. And I just,
I don't know if I've ever actually read anything like that. Usually the books I read are from like the character's point of view. One character. I read a really good fantasy book recently.
Oh yeah, what did you read?
It's called oh god, For the Wood by Hannah Witten. Her debut novel, I think it became a bestseller, and it's good. It's supposed to be like a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, but to me, it's more Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
You can clearly see the Little Red Riding Hood elements of like the character's nickname is Red, and they send her into the woods with a red cloak, and they call the monster that she's supposed to be like sent off to the wolf. Everything after that is just Beauty and the Beast. Right down to like the fact that there's a magic mirror she can use to see people that she loves from home. It was good. I liked it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sounds like they just kind of mashed those two up a bit together and.
Yeah, there's a second one coming on, I think,
they fit.
next year about her sister. Because the lore is that when there are two daughters born, which doesn't happen very often apparently, the first daughter is for the throne, and the second daughter is for the wolf. And so they basically sacrifice the second daughter for their own like very religious lore that they have. It was really fascinating on several levels. So highly recommend For the Woods. I can't remember. By Hannah Witten. Really a nice, good read. I'll pick up anything that's a fairy tale and tell me. Ever write in second person? I don't even know if I know how to write in second person. What does that sound like? How do you write in second person?
It sounds like you do this, and then you do this. You walk down the road. You notice the thing on the side. I think.
Oh. Second person point of view is often used for giving directions, offering advice, or providing an explanation. So yeah, you do this, you do that, then go here.
Yeah, I've never even read any fiction written like that.
I don't read Wattpad, and I haven't read fan fiction since college. I have a friend who used to write fan fiction in college, but she wrote in the third person.
Yes, first person's very limiting, Jocelyn. I must admit, I do prefer third person omniscient, but apparently that's not the style that the genre I want to write in at the moment uses. So, first person close it is. The Night Circus, is that a second person one Morningstar?
Another second point of view that's award winning? The second person, I mean.
Let us know. Meanwhile, Shall we hop into our second sprint?
I'm ready.
And
I'm ready to suffer through figuring out what the hell's going on over here. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let us get some more words of some kind or another. Or what was it Easy Graphics was doing? Set up a spreadsheet. That's good too. Okay. Alright then.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. Welcome back, everyone. Z is here. Hey, Z.
Actual Z?
Yeah, real Z.
How exciting.
How'd you get on, everyone, this delightful sprint? I did
Oh, sounds
nothing
good.
because I had dinner.
What was for dinner? I haven't even eaten lunch yet.
I had doner meat.
I don't know what that is.
Hmm?
What is that?
Like doner kebab?
What?
Doner kebab?
Oh, kebab. Oh, okay. That's not. Is that like a restaurant?
Like a takeaway.
Oh yeah. We don't have those here. We just have that one specifically. I got like 300 words, so.
Yay! Good
And
job.
I think I found it. I think I found the thing that I needed. So that was nice.
Excellent. Yay, easy graphics. Well done on your some words. Some words are more than no words.
Yes. Always a good thing. Oh, she's about to go shopping. I want to go shopping. What are you going
Live
shopping
from
for?
Vegas.
Makes me think of that.
Are you going shopping for cake? Did you find the cake? Did you find the cake machine? Z, did you?
Please, God, tell her you ate some cake from the cake machine. Oh.
It's important. I need to know. I mean, it looked amazing. They were like, and it wasn't like tiny little bits of cake. It was like big chunks of like chocolate cake and rainbow cake.
Rainbow cake. Where like the different layers were different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
In a
fancy.
machine. Where you can just be like, I want that cake.
I think that's pretty common in like Japan and Korea and stuff. Little like vending machines like that. But there's a big cupcake brand called Sprinkles in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And they call them bakery ATMs, and they have them, you can buy them in.
Oh, cool. Yay, Z found the cake machine. Cute but expensive and delicious cake. I think
That's right.
it sounded like pretty much everything was expensive in Las Vegas, so.
Sure, that's probably true, actually.
Don't eat the cake before bed? Is cake bad before? I'm sorry to hear that, Z.
No, is there ever a bad time for cake, really?
Apparently
Oh.
so. Next time, give it to me and I'll save you from that suffering.
She'll take care of it for you. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where there's ATMs in Arizona, in these cupcake ATMs, in California, in La Jolla, California. There's a bunch of locations in California.
See, I would absolutely love to. I don't think I'm going to make it next year because the tickets are going on sale in January and I'm not going to be able to afford things, and also it would mean booking flights early, and again, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it. But I am crossing all my fingers that in 2 years' time I will be able to go to Vegas.
There's Sprinkles ATMs in Vegas. I feel like now you need to try them and let us know how they are.
I heard someone said that. They said there was no cake in the vending machine at one point, but there was a cupcake machine somewhere. That was probably the one they were talking about.
There's 3 of them.
Wow.
I'm going to send them to you because now I want to know.
That's just greedy.
I mean, Vegas is a big place.
It's true.
They're not all in the same spot. They're different places. Oh, that's fine.
I mean, there are a lot of casinos there, aren't there? And I guess they all want a cake machine because, like, why would you go to any casino that didn't have a cake machine if there was one that did?
I mean, valid point, I guess.
Yeah.
Guess it depends on whether you're more concerned about gambling or eating cake.
I'm more concerned about eating cake.
Well, then there you go. That makes perfect sense.
Oh, see, like it's gonna take you like a few years to be a big shot author. I mean, you just did a book signing in Las Vegas.
That's true. Big potatoes now.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds yummy. I feel like we always end up talking about food or the weather. We got one
Just
dry
thinking
month over here. Oh, jeez.
See what I'm saying? She's already there.
That's right. She published three books in a, what do they call them? Are they anthologies? What do they call them when you lump them together?
Box set.
Box set, thank you. Anthology is a collection of stories from many people.
Yes. What's a BSR? Easy Graphics? What's a BSR? Please inform me. Educate me.
You should tell us what that is so the rest of us can feel like
Can also feel left out.
Because two of us in this conversation are as yet unpublished, so we have no idea what these words mean. Oh, bestseller rank. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go look at that. Yes, the closer to number one you are, the better. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the pandemic just makes live events weird right now.
Yes. My phone has just restarted itself. It was sat beside me. I haven't touched it. It's just restarted. I hate
chilling. That's weird.
My phone is haunted.
Or old and needs replacing. Either one.
It's new. Well, I mean, it's not quite new, but it's newer than my last one.
I do at least get how the bestseller rank works. I just didn't know that was the term we were using for it. At a night after work. Oh, the signing. Yeah.
Yes, no, this wasn't a real reader-author event. It was just an author event. But on the other hand, hopefully you got some time to go around all the other author tables and be like, oh, that's how the big name authors do it, and take all the notes and the pictures and the stuffs.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, the experience, I was going to say. A lot of people I know who go to live events and stuff, I just don't love live events. I don't like people that much, everyone. So...
Like, sometimes I'm like, ugh, people, and then other times, like, reading all the posts this week in that group, I've just been like, oh, I wish I was there. There are so many people. I could talk to so many people. I just...
See, I read those posts with the opposite reaction. I was like, ugh, so many people. Not interested. I feel like the pandemic has made me even more of an extrovert than I was before, and that is saying something. But yeah, half the fun of going to live events, or half the benefit really of going to live events, is to connect with other industry professionals as much as it is to connect with like potential readers or buyers or customers or whatever event you're going to.
Yeah, it's the people and the networking, isn't it, and the conversations. They seem to do okay, Easy Graphics. There were a lot of posts from people who were like, I'm the one sitting over in a corner, come and talk to me if you want, or I'm hiding in my room because I've peopled too much. But
that would be me. People overload by dinner time.
Yeah. But they seemed equally to be getting a lot out of it. So
Yeah.
I want to get more than 5 books published. So you're pretty close to that, aren't you? Because you're on your 4th or 5th book
What is RAM?
writing.
Romance author.
Romance authors of somewhere.
I don't know all these acronyms.
acronyms.
I'm not hip. Yeah, I would imagine too that there were probably like the type of authors was incredibly varied too, which would probably make it a little romance author mastermind. Oh, is that like a specific group?
Yeah, sounds like.
Yeah, I would imagine a really, really big group like that. It's pretty varied in terms of the types of authors who are going to show up, which can make promoting it on their end for readers a little difficult.
Yeah. And there's people I would think author signings or book signings are one of those things that mostly local people go to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, may not necessarily be something people are traveling for, unless they know they're like a favorite author of theirs is going to be there, and that author is promoting it.
Yeah, and they're extremely well off and/or aren't worried about travel being cancelled at the last minute for a pandemic reason.
Yes, that's true too.
Yes, all the mentions I saw, or most of the mentions I saw of steamy romance were definitely reverse harem.
Apparently, RHs are the only ones who like to travel. I know it's actually. I don't run into a lot of romantic suspense writers anywhere. I know we're out there because I read all of our books, but I don't connect with very many of them. Most of the ones I do tend to write darker romance anyways, which is not what I'm writing. So
yeah,
I'm just like my anti-heroes and not abuse to be my mains. Start my that sounds like a lot of work and peopling. But I actually would like to connect with more people who write romantic suspense, especially that anti-hero vibe.
Yeah. It was funny, one of the days there were 2 meetups in adjoining rooms. There was a reverse harem meetup and a clean Christian meetup. And it was pointed out on the clean Christian meetup little thing on their spreadsheet. It was alcohol is in with the RH folk.
That's very funny. I love that. Oh, well, should we get into our last 20?
We should definitely do the last sprint. Everybody up for a last sprint?
Yeah, one more.
Let's do it. Z, are you going to write with us?
She's going
she's going out shopping.
Shopping, and I'll tell you where to go find some cupcakes. That is.
Okay.
All right.
20 minutes. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Excuse that. So, how'd we all do in our last sprint?
I got distracted by all of my unread messages. But I got like less than 100 words written.
Still, somewhat.
Yeah.
Yes, Easy Graphics, that sprint may have gone by a few minutes too quickly because I did not reset the timer and Megan pointed it out to me about 5 minutes ago. And I think it was about 20 minutes. But
Ish. Give or take a few minutes.
Yay for some words written!
I think Z is going to try those cupcakes and report back to us. So hopefully, I don't know if you guys are planning on sprinting on Tuesday or not, but hopefully she'll report back. I'm looking forward to hearing all of her thoughts about the conference as a whole.
Yes.
Whether or not she thought it was a worthwhile investment or not.
Yes. I am very looking forward to hearing what she thinks about it. I'm so very envious of her having got to go.
Well, hopefully you can get there in 2023. Although they sell, it's not like they only sell tickets in January, but I guess you would probably want to buy them pretty far in advance so that you can get your plane tickets and stuff. Last minute plane tickets are not cheap.
No. And we're in a very bad financial position at the moment, so.
Yeah. Next week we eat cupcakes while she works. Yes.
Sounds
great.
like a plan to me. I don't really mind whether she works or not, but next week we should definitely eat cupcakes.
Cupcakes, yeah. Last week I made like a double batch of oatmeal. Well, I did a batch of oatmeal raisin and a batch of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I like to just freeze them, so scoop them out and then freeze them and take out like one or two at a time and just bake them. Okay. But I got lazy. I like made the dough and then put it in the fridge and didn't do anything with it until yesterday. So it's just been chilling in my fridge, and I finally last night put it all, scooped it all out on a tray and in the freezer so it can stiffen up, like freeze overnight. So I'll bring cookies next week rather than cupcakes. Somebody else can be in charge of the cupcake. I hope everyone has something fun planned for the weekend. I think my plans after this are to go take a nap.
Naps are good.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go do that. I haven't slept very well in a few weeks. So.
Yeah.
I think I might just nap a lot this weekend instead of trying to get a bunch of words in.
Sleep is important.
Yes. I think that might be one reason I'm struggling with getting these words down, because it's just, I think there's just something not firing my brain because I'm sleep deprived.
Yeah. Yeah, sleep is vital for your brain.
Yeah, so I might go do that. Ooh, brownies are also good.
Brownies, cookies, cake. I'm trying a different eating plan for a little while to see if it can fix some of the tummy issues I've been having recently. I say recently, the last couple of years. And they involve not eating sugar. And I don't know about all of you, but sugar is literally what I live on. And I'm very sad right now that it might be in any way the cause of any problem that I've ever had. Because I love it and I want it to be my best friend forever.
I have a friend with an autoimmune disorder, And so she's gone on a restrictive diet to see what things are causing like her inflammation issues.
Yeah.
And so far those things include flour, so many things, starch, which is in things like potatoes,
Yep.
coffee. She's like, basically, I'm allowed to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, but not even all of fresh fruits and vegetables.
No.
Like just some of them. Because
Yeah.
there are even some like beans and lentils she can't eat, and she's like, terrible.
Yeah.
Like I basically eat rabbit food. Physically, my body feels great. She's like, mentally, it's terrible because there's almost no variety there.
Yeah. I'm currently trying a very heavy meat diet. The diet I felt best on in the last few years is the one the doctor gave me before my colonoscopy a couple of years ago at the hospital. Sorry, another doctor, and that was a very, very low fibre diet. My body seems to struggle with fibre at the moment, so fruits and vegetables are bad, and meat has not very much fibre in it. So
right.
The one that the hospital gave me wasn't a heavy meat diet, but it contained like cake. I could eat as much cake as I wanted because there's no fibre in white flour.
Holy,
It's all,
no fiber in cake.
Exactly. So I've got the beige food diet, I call it, that is potentially somewhat healthy because there were a few veg in it. Yeah, and chicken and stuff like that. Or I've got this option of the meat diet, which potentially is more healthy because it doesn't involve filling up on cake. And we'll see. And I thought I'd try it for a while and see if that helped.
Yeah. I think my friend noticed a difference in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Her thing was an elimination diet, right? So like take out everything that's usually a problem for people with her disorder, and then add them back in one at a time to see which things actually cause a reaction. And she was very disappointed to learn that coffee was one of those things.
I bet she was.
I'm now just permanently tired because I can't have coffee. And it's the worst. So I feel bad for her. I'm not a coffee drinker, but like
I'm not.
I know that it's difficult to, once you drink coffee, it's difficult to stop drinking coffee.
It's like sugar.
Yeah. I mean, caffeine is addictive, so yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I think she drinks black tea now, though.
Still has caffeine in it.
Yeah, I don't think it's the caffeine that gets her. I think it's
something. That's harsh. Just this thing that you really like, you can't have anymore because it doesn't like you, and like just so rude. Like, I've been good to sugar all my life. How dare it turn on me?
How could you? That's like me and cheese. I just don't want to know. I don't want to know if cheese is mean to me because I will not stop eating it. So what's the point in knowing? I won't do it. I just love cheese.
Cheese is life. Yeah. Fair enough. Wow. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the weekend. Yes. Enjoy your cookies and your brownies and your cakes. And I will just sit here and imagine you all eating them.
We could just make, diet cake.
No.
No?
It's okay. I'm going to try eating like this for like a month. See if it makes a difference. And then I'm going to stuff myself on cake for at least a day. Because
Christmas is coming up, so...
Yeah. And I want to know, because that's the thing with it. If you're trying to find out what things bother you, you have to add them back in at some point.
That's right.
So I'm going to gorge on cake and see if that really is a problem.
You don't want to gorge too much because then you won't know if you just ate too much cake or if it's like sugar is actually the thing. So you gotta be like careful, right?
Tiny little bit.
Be strategic about it, and then you can gorge on cake.
One cookie.
Yeah, just a single cookie. See what happens, and then you can gorge on cake. hopefully from a vending machine if you're lucky.
I've been looking them up. I don't think we have very many of them here.
That's okay.
I'd have to go to like Glasgow or London.
Well, at least London is closer than Glasgow. So.
That's true.
Well, hope everyone has a good weekend.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Megan, so much for meaning that I'm not here all by myself.
You are welcome. Glad I could help. Glad also that Z will be back. I have like a new appreciation for both of you and how weird this is to sit here and like talk to each other while other people watch you type out responses on the internet. So you're both awesome.
Yeah, you've got to pretend that there are no people watching you. There are no people watching me. I don't know what you're talking about, Megan.
No one's here.
No one's
These are
here.
fake responses. Don't worry about it.
All right, everyone.
You're welcome.
We will see you Tuesday, hopefully.
Bye.
Have to find the right video. Here we go.